In this presentation we are going to look at demand functions, supply and demand. Just as a remark, for best viewing you might go to full screen mode on YouTube. Anyway, so the demand function for good is P equals 20 minus 2Q, where P is the price and Q is the quantity. The total cost function is TC equals 30 plus 4Q. Now, the first question, find the total revenue function. Well, if we are selling Q units at a cost of P per unit, that is what our revenue is. So TR is total revenue equals the quantity we're selling by the price we're selling each at. Okay? Now we have an expression there Q, and we also have an expression there P in terms of Q. So that's equal to Q times 20 minus 2Q. And we can simplify that as 20Q minus 2Q squared. So that's the answer to the first one there. Find the total revenue function. It's a function of Q as well, and that's what we want. Likewise, this here is a function of Q also, as in the expression is written in terms of Q. Now, the next question, find the total profit function. Okay, profit is revenues minus cost. So the revenue function, the profit function is pi, and that is total revenue minus total cost. Now, we have an expression here for total revenue, and up here we have an expression for total cost. So let's subtract one from the other. 20Q minus 2Q squared, put that in brackets, minus 30 plus 4Q. Okay. Now, let's take out the brackets and simplify. So 20Q minus 2Q squared minus 30 minus 4Q. Okay, so we have 20Q here and 4Q there. Apart from that, everything else is the same, or nothing gets affected. So we can simplify this as minus 2Q squared minus plus 16Q minus 30. Okay, the 20Q and the minus 4Q is how we end up at the plus 16Q. So that is the total profit function there. That's the answer to the second part. Now, find the break-even points. The break-even points in this situation is when the profit is equal to 0. That's when you've just broken even. You haven't made a profit, you haven't made a loss. Your profit function is just exactly 0. So let pi, the profit function, equal to 0. So if you let this expression here, our total profit function, let that equal to 0. So we have 2Q squared plus 16Q minus 30, and let that equal to 0. What we could do here is divide every single term by minus 2. So we essentially change the sign and divide by 2. Q squared minus 8Q plus 15 equal to 0. Now, this is a factorization, so you could use the well-known minus B formula there. If you're not sure about this, minus b plus or minus the square root of 4c all over it. That one there. I'm not gonna cover that here. This is just a simple solving a quadratic, factorizing a quadratic. Here I'll just for the sake of time, I'll just factorize this. Q minus 3 times Q minus 5 equal to 0. So necessarily Q is equal to 3 or 5. Okay, so those are the break-even points. Q is 3 or it's equal to 5. Now, find the range of values of Q for which the profit function is positive. So let's just think of the number line here for a second. And these are the points here, 3 and 5. So what is the profit when Q is equal to 4? That's Q, by the way. That is the Q axis there. So when Q is equal to 4, what is the profit? So let's try it out here. I'll do this in a different color pen. I'll do this in magenta. So total profit at Q is equal to 4. Pi when Q is equal to 4. Well, in this case we have minus 2 times 4 squared plus 16 times 4 minus 30. Bit of calculator work, we get minus 32 plus 64 and minus 30. That therefore means pi is equal to 2. So in between these two, between 3 and 5, pi is positive. Okay, so the answer to the last one, find the range of values. It's not positive at q equal to 3, and it's not positive at q equal to 5. So we would say for q between greater than 3 but less than 5, the profit function is positive. Okay, so that ends that presentation.